All right, Golly Vibes family. There was a video that came across my desk that broke my heart. If you didn't see the video yesterday, I showed a video of a young lady that was detransitioning, and she was talking about how when she was 14, the doctor, filled her up with all kind of different nonsense and started doing procedures on her. Now she's older and she can't take back a lot of those procedures. She just feels like her life is screwed up in a lot of ways. Well, there was a video that came across my desk today, and it was a mother with her child, right? Mom forces her child to attempt change gender. You can see the fear of the child. The little girl doesn't want this. Moms like this are going straight to hell. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is a little boy, right? And you'll see that by the end of the video on what the mother says. Check out this clip.
Dr. Olson had a decision.
You are in the perfect place to start on blockers.
And she promises to begin giving her estrogen.
Do you hear this, doctor? Before I even continue this, do you hear this, doctor? This is what we're doing? This is a baby that she's talking to. One more time. You are on the perfect...
A decision.
You are in the perfect place to start on blockers.
You are in the perfect place to start on blockers. Listen, this is a safe space. You're comfortable here. Don't worry about a thing. I got you. Yeah, you're supposed to have him. You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be a good doctor. This is not good advice. This is not professionalism. You need to be thrown in jail.
And she promises to begin giving her estrogen, female hormones, in 2 years.
Around 13. That's what I think. Yes, you're not.
Around 13. So you telling me this boy 11? Oh, Lord have mercy. 11? That's what they doing to babies. Oh my Lord.
Think. Yes, you're not going to develop breast buds on the blockers, but you're not going to wait until 16 to start. You know that, okay?
Josie received the blockers as an implant in her arm.
It's okay if you cry.
So with all the bravery she could muster,
You're going to feel a little bit of a...
Josie held on tight
Ow!
as another chapter opened in this young girl's life.
Closing up the skin.
A lot of times it strikes me that had this happened just 20 years ago,
Thank you.
I wouldn't have been able to give her blockers and she would have had to go through male puberty. That terrifies me.
It's all done. Do you want a hug?
I don't know that she would have survived male puberty.
It terrifies the mother that 20 years ago she wouldn't have been able to get blockers. That terrifies you. You don't know if your son would have been able to survive male puberty, really. Let me tell you something, mama. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It's really not that bad. To be honest with you, I think that women may have a harder time with puberty growing up just for the simple fact that women have cycles. Men don't have that. It ain't that bad. Trust me. I've been through it. Trust me, it ain't that bad. It terrifies you that your son probably would have had to go through male puberty. Mind blowing. But that takes me back into connection with the video I posted yesterday. For those who didn't see it, let's just run it back real quick so you can kind of get a correlation. So you can kind of understand why this connects with that video. Because that video, the girl's talking about when she was little. She was in the same predicament as this young boy, but when she was a little girl. You understand? Now watch how it connects.
My name is Claire and I'm a detransitioner. A week after I turned 14 years old, I was put on testosterone by Dr. May Lau at Cook Children's Hospital in Dallas, Texas. 6 months later, Dr. Alan Doolin with the American Institute for Plastic Surgery in Plano performed a double mastectomy on me. I was too young to get a tattoo. I was too young to drive. I hadn't even learned algebra in high school yet. But I was old enough to choose to have healthy parts of my body electively amputated. I was sold a product, medical transition, by professionals and institutions who told me that it would fix my distress and save my life. I was told that if I didn't do this, I would probably end up dead. But here's what they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me that taking cross-sex hormones and undergoing major surgery at 14 years old could leave me with pelvic floor dysfunction and urinary incontinence, problems I have to manage now as a young adult. I'm only 20 years old. They didn't tell me that these complications are common enough to be known risks, and yet they were hidden from me at an age where I didn't even understand what these terms meant, let alone the impact they would have on my daily life. And it doesn't stop there. When I tried to warn others by leaving honest reviews on my surgeon's websites, describing my regret, the complications, the lack of real informed consent, my reviews were deleted. Think about that. A surgeon permanently altered my healthy body when I was a middle school student, and then erased my negative feedback to protect his reputation. If that doesn't sound like fraud, I don't know what does. In any other context, selling a medical product in this way, with half-truths and hidden side effects, would be considered fraud. If a pharmaceutical company pushed a drug on children without disclosing the lifelong damage it can cause, they would be sued out of existence. If a cosmetic surgeon buried evidence of complications, they would be shut down. But when it comes to gender medicine, it's not just allowed, it's celebrated. And anyone who asks questions is called hateful. Every week, I hear from more young men and women like me, people who were convinced as kids or as teenagers that the only way to survive was to become a lifelong medical patient. We now live with the irreversible consequences, the scars, the side effects, the pain, and the grief. And we watch helplessly as the same professionals and clinics keep selling the same product to the next generation of vulnerable kids while silencing those of us who speak out.
Clearly, that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what I just showed you. Now, I don't know how long that video was, but it's still happening. And there you see the effects of somebody growing up. A child can tell you anything, guys. But it's up to you as a parent and an adult and their legal guardian to make the right decisions, no matter what they try to say or tell you. If a kid tells you, Mom, I think I can fly. Can I go jump off of the second story? What are you going to tell the kid? Even if they really believe it and really want to, what you going to tell your kid? Oh, okay, Sandy, go give it a go. Jump. No, that's not what you're going to tell Sandy. You're going to tell Sandy, no, Sandy, you cannot fly. You dang sure ain't about to jump off the second floor. Okay? You want to fly? Fly right here on the grass right now. You show mama and daddy that you can fly to the second floor, then we'll let you jump off the second floor. Truth is love. No matter if it hurts feelings, they'll thank you in the future. Like, yo, Dad, you really told me the truth. How many of y'all thank your mom and dad for something that they did in the past that you did not accept or like or agree with while they were doing it? But now you're like, wow, I'm so glad my mom did that. I'm so glad my dad did that. I'm so glad they grounded me at this time. I'm so glad they didn't allow me to do this. They didn't allow me to do that. Discipline. And some of you may have had parents that weren't disciplined. You ended up being a bad child. You had to learn discipline on your own. Just speaking truth. Speaking truth. 9 times out of 10, kids that are not disciplined end up being bad little kids or disrespectful to adults. Discipline. Baby mad at it in the present, but in the future, it's like, yo, Mom, thank you for being hard on me. Or thank you for being strict in this area. This area. Thank you for giving me a spanking when I needed a spanking. I appreciate that. Now, there's a difference between discipline and a crazy parent. Okay? There's a difference between a spanking and abuse. There's a difference. Make no mistake about it. But discipline is good. It is. Truth is good, especially from a parent. Continue telling our kids truth. Amen? Because this type of stuff is going to leave people confused and heartbroken in the future, clearly as you have seen. Terrible. Ended up way worse than they started out. You don't want that. You don't want that. Doctors should be arrested for doing stuff like that. I pray that happens in the future if it's not already starting. Amen. Let me know what you guys think about the video. God bless. Shalom.